How's it going? This is the first commentary video recording on this channel. So welcome if you're new, or welcome if you've been watching the previous few and you're just seeing this. So welcome in general. I'm gonna be talking over some SCP gameplay right now. Just seeing what works. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Just let's get into it. I played this game like a while ago. Not too long ago, maybe a few weeks ago for the first time on my own. And it was much better, I would say, than getting into it. It was much better getting into it yourself rather than watching other people play it, because that was all the experience that I had of it from beforehand. Just watching people play it online on YouTube and stuff like Markiplier and whoever else, mostly Markiplier. So that's what inspired me to get into it, I'd say. And along with just how deep all the lore goes to it and what it all means for the entire story of the game. It's all just really interesting. It all kind of just goes around into itself, and it's all self-explanatory, but not at the same time, because you have all these different SCPs running around that do all different kinds of shit. A lot of shit you wouldn't even be able to imagine being fucking possible anywhere in any game, but I mean they kind of pull it off here pretty flawlessly. Along with the creep factor, this game can get really fucking creepy sometimes. Like, I don't know, it makes me look over my shoulders in real life too when I'm walking around. I'm like, was I really just experiencing a video game, or was that just like also in real life too? I mean, sometimes like it gets hard to tell, but here I kind of messed up my last save. I pressed the save button in a spot that was not getting out of. Let's just say that not getting out of at all. So started a new game so that I could just kind of get a refresher of everything, because as I said, the last time I got into this was like a few weeks ago, so I didn't really remember all the different points of interest and what you needed to really collect and do around the map. And since it was randomly generated every time, I mean, it feels like an entirely new game every time you press that new game, that start button. Here, I don't know. I don't really like the intro sequence to this game. It can be kind of a drag, but I mean, you kind of got to go through it to understand what's going on. And reading all the confidential documents too are it's pretty fun. It's a really interactive experience, I'm not gonna lie. But here's where this dude kills fucking everyone except for you somehow. Like, he just doesn't see you, but I kind of ran into a little trouble, had to restart again. You're about to see it happen. Because, yeah, I really thought he wouldn't move here, but I pressed the space bar twice and bam, fuck. Cracks my neck faster than you can fucking bite into its ship. That happens. Start a new game with start a new save file with the exact same fucking name, and then pop right into it, seeing a large thing of fucking Coca-Colas, because you already know in this universe, Coca-Colas will fucking send you to the moon and teleport you to fucking heaven and hell and back just because they can. And then, you know, in a normal fucking universe, you open a Coke bottle and it's just regular fucking soda. But that's besides the point. As we load in here, I mean, I think I restarted without doing the intro sequence this time, just so I didn't have to go through it again. Just to avoid any accidents, major accidents, that I may cause for no fucking reason. I'm pretty sure there was at one point I died here, right at the fucking second intro sequence. Like, I don't know why they have another cutscene of this dude or of the scientists or anything. I always kind of wondered that, because it's not like you're interacting with them until late in the game. And even the scientists that you see late into the game are not scientists. They're bloodthirsty fucking metamorphosizing aliens or some shit. You can't even tell sometimes. But I guess it's just trying to add to the depth of the horror in the game, so you can't really blame it for that. The one of the creepiest things by far in this game are the sounds. Definitely the sounds. Like, you'll be walking around and hear some ambient fucking noises, you'll hear some bitch screaming in the background, and it'll just make you wonder what the fuck is going on, and it'll just scare you purely from the fact that you didn't even expect that like coming, because you thought this place was completely fucking empty to begin with. And one of the annoying parts too, I would say, is like walking around for the first time and just not even having to discover the whole map, but just like that every single door is fucking locked. Every door is locked. You have to find each key card to unlock even just one of the doors around the facility. And even then, I mean, everything is like, you can tell that they were trying to squeeze as much content out of this game as possible, make it as long as possible. But it's still good nonetheless. It's really just like a classic that you can't avoid if you're into video games and internet culture, and you're on that side of the horror genre. Cause it's really, like, I wouldn't say it's a hidden gem, but it's popular enough where it can be considered just like, you know, really fucking popular and not a hidden gem. But at the same time, I feel like it's not known enough around, like, everywhere. Maybe like how the back rooms would have been known. I mean, you know, like maybe 14 years ago, around that or some shit, you know, everyone would have been talking about SCP, but no, I don't know. I feel like it's not as relevant now as it should be, because we have shit like the back rooms and just liminal spaces in general. Like, those kind of really take up most of the algorithm nowadays, because it's just, that's what people are into, and we have mascot horror now, and I don't know, it's just, everything we have now, it's not the same as this was. This game was really just something else, its own thing. It really gave this unique feel, unique, like, vibe to the entire, like, genre, to the entire community. It felt like, because you can go on a website, there's so many different SCPs, it's all community driven, so there's so much different content that you can pull from. It's really like it's really interesting when you get down to all the lore and start nitpicking at different parts of it and realizing that not all of it makes sense, but it all makes sense at the same time. Like, it may not make sense, but it's all connected. Just like that one Pixar theory that all of the movies are connected in various different ways. And that's what really kind of sells it for me, definitely. And if I were to create like a story or something, it would definitely, if it were horror, it would definitely have a lot of elements like taken from this game and its community. And because I remember too, there was one point where I think the rights to the SCP name were about to be taken away from some random, like, companies. I don't even remember where it was based or anything, but it was like the rights to the name of SCP were about to be taken away fully, and then that was going to be like a danger to the website and to this game itself. And that would have been devastating to see, because I mean, of all the people that grew up with like Markiplier playing it and just everyone else playing it now, we even have like all the new SCP games coming out or that are out. Like it just really would have been just would have been sad to see it go. So I'm really happy that this thing stuck around in the end. But here, I was just fucking around here, really just kind of trying to figure out what to do without looking at the wiki for as long as I possibly could. Because I mean, using your memory is always better than looking everything up, because then you're just exercising your brain at that point. Because this game can get really fucking confused. This game can get really fucking confusing when you don't know what you're doing. It could really end up just be you running around a whole bunch of different hallways for hours straight trying to get the first key card or the second key card. Just even trying to, cause when you get to the third key card, that's when you start flipping. Like, where the fuck am I supposed to go? It can get really confusing. Once you kind of get a lay of the land and you figure out like what you need to do, how like straightforward it actually is, you know, you start figuring out and realizing like you just have to go and find that one fucking room that each key opens, and then you'll be good. Because when you start getting more of the more advanced keys, the higher level keys, I mean, they start to open more of the doors in the game, but a lot of the extra doors that you'll find are just kind of novelties, different SCPs that you can check out and find different ways. It can get pretty fun at some points, I'm not gonna lie. So thankfully, that's all in game. Like that's just what I was saying. It's like once I got that level 1 key card, I ran straight to the chamber room, whatever, that shit opened, because the level 1 and level 0 basically open like 1 or 2 fucking doors in the entire game. So once I got that level 2, I was kind of just set for a little bit, being able to check out all these extra things, but you know, you still ran into a lot of rooms that you needed a level 3 for, and it kind of got me pissed. A lot of the rest of this is just me running around trying to figure out what the fuck to do with my level 2 card, because I did not want to go down that elevator that was just right there, because I knew there was no reason to do it. There was no fucking reason to do it. Since I didn't want to run around all those monsters in the fucking basement. Nonetheless, the main goal here was really just to get into the heavy containment zone, and not much else. So I think that's good for now. Though this is a good like wrap up point, really good conclusion. Save most of the content for future videos. Yeah, thank you for watching. You know, subscribe, whatever, if you want. Like, do whatever you feel like, people, I guess. Hope you enjoyed the video. Alright, bye.